I would say you have to hold with two hands. And so I'd say it's heavy because it's made out of metal.
Mm-hmm.
And also there's...
There he goes. Got any proof? Good work, Sam. I'm impressed. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Roman and Lexi lied about their alibis. I'm thinking what to do about it. Apparently, Lexi used a Ouija board to get Dorota's name. The tarot readers mentioned Birmingham. You're looking into it. There's some talk about a traveller, whatever that is. Oscar's not a suspect. He was playing football last night with lots of witnesses. According to Oscar, Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which is strange. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. And finally, you pulled the name Zach Weston from somewhere, saying he's the town photographer? I've never run into him. Still, I guess I'm not in the papers that much. That's it.
Surgery at the time, but it never really. Broken heart, let me see.
No, not to me anyway. She wasn't into fortune telling or any of that stuff. Yeah, Chief DuPont told me. He thinks it's one of them that killed her. Bronwyn? That's disturbing. Not impossible. I don't think those two ever met. Why would she say that? That's personal. I said I don't want to talk about it.
To them, and never falling, and then never hitting, falling and never hitting the water. I mean, it's you're kind of lost. You're never reaching your end goal. But these are kind of unrelated thoughts. So I'm hoping that you, Monroe, as always, can string these things together.
Well, you weren't far off, I'll be honest, Poe, but... So, firstly, the idea of a circus. Now, when you go to the circus, it's massive, and it's a crazy experience.
Your ability isn't endless. It will run out at some point.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Oh yeah, you need to balance. You need the balance.
Do exactly. That's
Oscar Wainwright. What a surprise.
Why did you call Dorota slutty?
Oscar, I thought you knew about the pictures.
What pictures?
The ones where she's wearing very little. Does this not mean anything to you?
No. Yeah, they were for me.
Then, I'm sorry, it's not my place to judge. Open relationships, semi-open relationships, relations in ships. It all makes me feel very old.
positive thing, then you should always be receiving positive things. If they're a negative person, you don't necessarily need to give them all.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps, Marek, you need to take a step back, I think, in this case. For your dreams. You're listening to Radio August, Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Touch, but this monster was not that limited.
Why is Sam still questioning me? Do I need to bring up Mr. Hedges again?
Are you threatening me? Who is
Exactly.
What?
Mr. Hedges. The man you asked me to put up, who then, you know, died.
And then what?
And then we buried him together so nobody would find out any of this ringing any bells.
We buried someone together.
Not literally speaking. You took the body and you said you'd bury it, but, you know, I'm an accomplice. We'd both be going down.
Tidal wave to feast upon, and this demon was nothing if not patient.
You have a recognizable knock, Chief DuPont. I'll remember not to answer next time.
Do you know Dorota's boyfriend?
I've met him once, yes.
Just the once? When?
This morning.
What did you talk about?
The weather and some other things which I'm not at liberty to discuss. Feel free to ask him, though.
To rest, implant, and grow the demon. The demon would grow in a stolen place, pushing lungs out of the way until breathing hurts. He whispered there would be nothing left, and only the fall could quiet him, and he could infect someone else.
Chief DuPont, there's been loads of people coming around asking questions. I don't even know half of them.
Bronwyn is still prime suspect. Did Dorota...
Not that I know of. She collected thimbles. She said she didn't need any. She had hard calluses on her fingers from all the cello.
Have you looked in Dorota's bedroom? Did Dorota have any in it? Have you looked in Dorota's bedroom?
Not since the murder. There's still a load of my stuff in there. I'd climb in through the window, but it's on the 3rd floor.
Bronwyn is still prime suspect.
I know, I agree. Because she tipped you off? If I manage to get into her room, what am I looking for again?
Anything that ties her to the murder.
Okay. That sounds easier said than done, though.
Easily as she could see the light at the end, and she was afraid as much as calm. "Take my ring," she'd say. "I know I love it, but I don't need it anymore. When I'm gone, Mum will take care of my cat."
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
To the sickness, or tried at least. Girls almost never get it. And out around her pillow as she laid back.
I changed your sheets last night, and you weren't here.
That's impossible. I was in that room praying the entire time, and those sheets have definitely not been changed, I can assure you. Are you trying to frame me?
It didn't matter anyway. Yeah. And the bottle opened in her hands. Over. No longer a burden. No more pain. No more. No more. But of course, pills don't work very well.
Violet!
Sam knows about Mr. Hedges.
I'll handle it, Violet. Just get back to the guest house. Unless something else you need?
and was quieted for a while, until he wasn't. More time, and the girl tried again. Nothing got better for her. She tried again, rewrote the note, redid the demon's ritual, just different enough to work this time.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
Apart and bled out with her, her true fight.
I'm truly sorry about Dorota. I didn't see you here last night.
What are you implying?
It's just suspicious.
I didn't even know the girl. You predicted her murder. Who's more suspicious?
I'm truly sorry about Dorota.
I didn't really know her. I saw her pictures in the newspaper. Can't remember what for right now.
And let them spread. A boy this time. Good.
You can tell Sam about Birmingham. What did you tell the police you were doing last night?
I told them the truth, that I was in my room. I'm not sure if they can fact check it, but it's the only alibi I've got. Kind of wish we'd all stuck together now.
When should we do another reading? The police think it's me, don't they? When should we do another reading?
You already told us. 8 o'clock. Bron, are you okay?
You can tell Sam about Birmingham.
Well, what can I tell Sam that you haven't already?
You know Sam likes a fact check.
I don't really know Sam. But if you're sure, then I guess I'm sure.
Too big for this poor soul to bear. Tore him apart.
Oh, Bron, I'm so glad you're here. We need to talk.
Is something wrong?
No one can hear us, right? I mean, I'm assuming this room isn't bugged, although knowing Violet, there's probably cameras everywhere.
You think Violet's a voyeur?
Probably. I don't know. She has that look about her, don't you think? Like she knows something she's not letting on. I wouldn't be surprised if there's cameras hidden in the wardrobe.
What have you got to hide?
Nothing. Though I'd rather she didn't see me dancing around in my underwear. I only do that for people I love.
Do you love me?
Of course I do, Bron. See? And now that's on film. I hope you enjoyed that, Violet. Listen, we need to talk about our alibi.
What about our alibi?
I know you said it would be better if we said we were together, but lying about your alibi, that's pretty serious. Are you sure it was a good idea?
We should do whatever it takes.
You're acting like we've got something to hide. Bron, is there something you're not telling me? Why'd you ask me to lie? Were you really in your room all night?
Yes.
Then stop with the cloak and dagger stuff, alright?
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
The call.
Didn't expect you to come back. Have you contacted Dorota?
No. Yes. She forgives you. Yes. She says you know who killed her.
She said what? Why would she say that? She'd never have said that. Why are you lying to me?
I'm probably confused. Sorry. She said you knew.
I knew. Maybe it's someone I know? Is that what she means?
I'm sorry the police ignored our prediction. Do you get on with Dorota's family?
Especially not now. They're convinced I got her into the wrong crowd or something. Am I really a bad influence?
Yes. No.
Thanks, Bronwyn. I know it's a bit soon, but maybe we can grab coffee sometime? Just to chat about things.
No, thanks. Yes.
I like you, Bronwyn. How about soon? How about tonight? I can come to the guest house?
No, you can't. Sure.
So it's a date? Sort of. I'll see you soon.
I'm sorry the police ignored our prediction.
Hi. Hey. Hello. Sorry, I'm not used to dating so soon.
I'm actually not in the mood anymore. It's okay.
Oh, I wasn't sure I was thinking on doing anything, physical.
Get up on the bed. It's okay. We can talk, just sit on the bed.
Thanks, Bronwyn. I'm still trying to make sense of it all. I noticed I've got some Earl Grey in the hallway. I know it sounds a bit rude, but I'd really like some if you wouldn't mind.
Sure, I'll be right back. Actually, I don't like leaving people alone in my room. Sure, I'll be right back.
Fortunately, they don't work. I mean, I've had them hanging up at the station for a few months now. Unless, Monroe, have you noticed any spirits turning up?
I'm sorry the police ignored our prediction.
It's okay, just... How did you know? How did you come up with a name and then... she's gone?
She's not gone. She's waiting to pass. How could someone even get into Dorota's bedroom?
The usual way. The front door. It's a townhouse and she's on the 3rd floor. So, other than teleporting or a big ladder, that's the only way.
All out of Jimmy's upside-down Toyota.
Miss Castle. More unexpected pleasures.
What did Dorota's boyfriend say about me? I was nowhere near Dorota last night. What did Dorota's...
Something about a message you wouldn't deliver? Did you want him to be a special friend? Is that why you killed his girlfriend?
I didn't kill Dorota.
Yeah, let's do this again. Chief, I didn't kill Dorota. I was in my room. Oh, but you can't prove it, Bronwyn. You're going to jail for a long, long time.
I was nowhere near Dorota last night.
Sam already told me. You and Lexi are lying for each other.
How does Sam know?
Sam has very big ears. So it's true then.
She's fast. Too fast for Jimmy to hit. She tore straight through his gut, pulling out his spine like an afterthought. I grabbed his gun and ran as she shredded.
Hello, I'm Rain.
Project had failed. Gene pattern was unstable.
Ah, Rain, can I help?
About last night,
Was there a problem?
my tap was dripping, but I fixed it. Where were you?
Dripping? Maybe I was in my bedroom. That's out of bounds to you.
He's to a halt before my eyes can adjust. The emergency lighting kicks in.
Don't forget the group reading, Ray. By which I mean, if you see Lexi, tell her not to forget the group reading.
What's the plan?
We still don't know what we're dealing with. There's every chance that it could just be a normal human murder.
What if it's not a normal human
Then we have to assume that it's some kind of traveller.
like in Birmingham? A traveller from where?
From where? From when? We don't even know if it is a traveller yet. Let's just get the group reading done. Maybe then we'll have some answers.
Eyes locked, I put that 9th bullet straight through her skull, spraying crimson sheet.
What do you think of Sam?
Oh, I'll totally hit that. Apart from the whole investigating Bronwyn for murder thing, of course. But that's a minor flaw. I can work around it.
I hear Sam likes you too.
Really? Well, you know, I'm not surprised. I am a total babe.
And nightmares.
With Poe and Monroe. So, Robin's had this dream recently. I'm looking through an album of family photos, but I don't recognize it. I remember their names, but I can't. Standing around me, and they're all crying because I've forgotten who they are. Oh, Robin. That sounds like quite a horrible one to wake up to every day.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Connect with her family. For Robin, because perhaps there are.
Dorota had a boyfriend.
Oscar, the guy I met this morning, the one I told you about. Yes.
What did he want?
Answers. Reassurance. Forgiveness.
Do you think he killed her?
Not considering what he asked me to do.
Now, the photo albums, they represent your past, Robin, so forgetting also suggests that you're feeling overwhelmed.
I feel sad for Oscar.
Bronwyn said to stay away from him and the family. We're drawing too much attention to ourselves. We won't be able to finish our job.
Job?
Are you wearing a wire? You know why we're here. Don't make me say it.
Say it.
No. Stop being silly.
Situations like this, so Robin, you're not alone in this. And I know, by the sounds of it, this dream feels very sad. You're not alone. There's like this, so similar to yours, but please don't hesitate to reach out to those that you love.
You're so right, Monroe, and I think just by hearing your words, I think Robin can take heart and can of finding answers to the sadness.
Well, I hope.
Welcome to Poe's Curiosity Shop. What could the object I've just handed to you be?
It's Lexi's. I like to think it works the way most metaphysical things work. Through energy. Tarot cards, runes, Ouija boards. They're just devices for asking questions and receiving answers. But energy is what powers them.
Okay, I'm going to explain. The reason why it's heavy, it's in fact an Egyptian maul, which was used by craftsmen to carve temples. It's approximately 4,500 years old and comes from an ancient burial ground called Saqqara. This is the Great Sphinx of Giza. Well, that's what the man down the pub told me.
That's incredible.
Poe's Curiosity Shop is now closed. You're listening to with Poe and Monroe.
Dimitri's Descent.
Violet told you about Mr. Hedges? Why are you lying to me, Sam? Nobody else knows about Mr. Hedges, and neither do you now. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Roman and Lexi lied about their alibis. I'm thinking what to do about it. Apparently, Lexi used a Ouija board to get Dorota's name. The tarot readers mentioned Birmingham. You're looking into it. There's some talk about a traveller, whatever that is. Oscar's not a suspect. He was playing football last night with lots of witnesses. According to Oscar, Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which is strange. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. And finally, you pulled the name Zach Weston from somewhere, saying he's the town photographer? I've never run into him. Still, I guess I'm not in the papers that much. That's it.
Unimaginable discoveries had been...
It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stay with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Dark circles under their eyes. It seemed the moon had taken its toll on Earth's best and brightest. As their schedule for the day, which centered around their latest discovery, a hole of less than 2 meters wide that seemed to go on for several kilometers into the ground. Its edges were most unusual in that they were astonishingly smooth down to a molecular level. Indeed, it was clear that this hole was not a natural formation, but neither could it have been man-made. The hole was drilled, or otherwise created, over 50 million years ago, long before the dawn of the first man. This was one of the few things they had been able to ascertain about their mystifying discovery, and the 4 scientists knew there was much more to be done. Down the hole in order to determine how much deeper it went. They had been doing this for the last 14 days.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Is it really wise to send more their plans? The 3 other scientists looked at him questioningly. All probes so far have malfunctioned at a depth of 500 meters. Expecting different results? Are you calling us insane? Asked. Do you have another suggestion? Dr. Yutani offered. Without much thought, Dimitri blurted out.
Oscar? What are you doing here?
I want to help.
I know. We've already talked about this. You said you'd get into Bronwyn Castle's room somehow and have a look around.
Why?
To find evidence that ties her into Dorota's murder? Maybe you're not the right man for this job.
Hear himself, much to the surprise of the others. I will, he insisted. I'll do it. The 3 scientists all looked at each other, certainly wondering if Dimitri had gone crazy, but they were too tired, too drained to argue. Well, Dr. Whitfield conceded with a sigh, if you're really that sure about it.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Dimitri took a deep breath. Let's do it then. The three other scientists standing behind the table with monitoring equipment each gave him a nod, and with that, Dimitri disappeared into the depths. Dr. Sheffield, do you read me? Dimitri was startled by wearing. Yes, Dr. Utani, I hear you loud and clear, he replied. All right, we're going to accelerate your descent a bit. Dr. Utani sounded tired. Besides, we don't want you down there any longer than necessary. Neither do I. Moon's low gravity, he could feel his stomach drop as his descent quickly accelerated. Dr. Utani checked in with him at regular intervals to confirm that their communication was still working, and to note hundreds. Nearing the end of the rope now, she informed Dimitri. The rest was inaudible. I'll just tug the rope and you'll pull me back up, Dimitri said to himself. After plummeting what was probably Dimitri said out loud. He could almost convince himself that he was doing it for the recording device.
It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stick with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Probes end up malfunctioning down here. It's too dark now to take a photo, but Dimitri reached into another pouch and carefully took out a pencil and a piece of paper.
If you have anything else on Zach Weston, let me know. And I'm all for a good boudoir picture, but who are they for? There's definitely a strong connection between those two then. Well, unless they were for Oscar, I don't know. Unless there's someone else about to come out of the woodwork. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn and Lexi lied about being together last night. You're still following up Birmingham. Keep me posted. Yeah, you mentioned the word traveller to me, but he's nothing. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Dr. Sheffield? Come in, Dr. Sheffield?
No? Who's that? Okay, so this Zach guy was connected to Dorota. Took pictures of her. Were they sleeping together? Why did you tell me that? Every time I think of her now, I'm going to see her with someone else. Her what? Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them? Yeah, I'll put them in an album for you. No. How did you hear about that? Anyway, it wasn't a date. I was doing a favour for Chief DuPont. Only lasted a few minutes. Are you working with him or not? Look, if you don't want to tell you, then I'm not gonna.
Are you saying you've seen what exactly? The future? Dr. Whitfield asked. He sounded incredulous. Dimitri's shoulders slumped as his gaze dropped to the floor.
Sorry, we're closed. Come back tomorrow or make an appointment online. Friends? Yes. I know Violet very well. Violet takes it very well, actually. I like him like that. With a frosty exterior comes a soft, warm center. I'm sorry my analogy wasn't explicit enough for you. Yes, we have sex. Here. I'm usually here most nights. Only the roof rats. Yes. What do you want? The Shores. Oh. You mean that girl who got killed? What was her name? Dorothy? I see a lot of faces in my studio, but I'm not good with names. Wait. Dorota? I remember now. For the August Chronicle. She won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot. No, I went to her house, along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat. If you asked me to drive there without my sat-nav, no. No, actually, I've been running a special offer on portraits since she came in for a studio session. Wait there. As you can see, there's photos here. Her on the cello. Yeah. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair. Oh, legs wrapped around. Another one here. Oh, hang on. Do you see what I see? I think she's just a very attractive girl. That's all. What do you mean? Violet needs to mind her own business. I didn't want to mention them out of respect for the dead. You've heard of boudoir photography. Dorota saw my boudoir set and asked me to take some shots. It's all very tasteful. A lot of women have them done as gifts for their husbands or boyfriends or girlfriends, I suppose. She didn't say. Her boyfriend, I assume.
You don't feel worthy of it. And it could be you're suffering from imposter syndrome. Quite a common thing to suffer from. But what I can say to you, Simeon, is that you need to start believing in yourself. It's very important that you believe in yourself, and if good things
do we really have to? How vulgar. Yes, I suppose that is what he'd say. But I've never let him lay a finger on me. He says we're in a relationship, but he doesn't act like it. He says he loves me, that I'm the only one for him. A rose by any other name? I don't think so.
That's what it is.
Really?
Yeah, nobody takes that amount of care nowadays. But this particular mangle was used to crush.
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a job somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
But I obviously can't vouch for that.
Why were they crushed?
Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing. Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3. You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute. I guess you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds. Kind of, yeah. Quantum physics is real, didn't you know? There are many universes. In technical terms, a traveller is a trans-dimensional being far more superior to us. in as much as they can choose which reality to hang out in. We just get this one. Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect. They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them. Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders. I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, oh no. He did mention Dorota. He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means? It was Dorota Shaw.
Yeah, I think I'm going to sell that one. There's no other use for it. Thanks, Monroe. As always, you've been a great sport today. And we'll be back tomorrow. Poe's Curiosity Shop is now closed. Welcome to Poe's Curiosity.
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait? Just give me to 8, okay?
It feels like I think perhaps it's metal of some sort.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Data sold to raise funds. The library burned down 3 weeks.
Wow.
They normally come in pairs and have many uses. It's feng shui, guards against evil.
Oh, wow.
When you sell something that guards against evil.
I think I'd quite like to have a guard against evil.
Particularly in August at the moment. Poe's Curiosity Shop is now closed.
You're listening to Radio August. Monroe.
Mother, read by Brandy Clark. After Mother died, penned the pasty roll of fat.
Well, hello, gorgeous.
Did you hear about Dorota? I came over last night, but you weren't here.
Well, that explains why there was no answer when I called you. I was definitely here.
Did you?
Everyone in town's heard. She's a local celebrity now.
Local celebrity?
Violet? Of course not. I only have eyes for you.
That's not what I heard.
This again. I told you, I'm not seeing anyone else. I have gorgeous women in my studio all the time, but you're special. Not because you won't take off your clothes, I'm expecting that at some point. It's just, you're so clever and well educated. And the icing on the cake, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever met.
Noon, she'd taken one of Mother's favorite lemon biscuits and ate it in her bedroom like she was 13. Packets from the school canteen. It wasn't her fault. It was too hard. The gnawing emptiness of the house was bad enough without the gnawing in her stomach. Still, all this proved one thing. Penn still needed.
Hello, I'm Rain.
What a joke you are! In 2 months, Penn grew thinner.
You have a lovely guest house.
It is quaint, isn't it? It's all my parents had when they died. We are literally sitting in my inheritance.
How did your parents die?
Father died first. Heart attack. They found him in the freezer when Mother died. She had a pulmonary embolism. I didn't really talk to them much.
Freezer?
Yes, she kept him in the chest freezer because she didn't want to be alone. It stored him perfectly. Still use it today.
In one of our earlier shows, do you remember? It was the same material.
Oh.
Correct.
I see, but it's small as well, and it has 3... But I'm not sure... I mean... I suppose today... Belt buckle?
In ancient times...
Rain! I'm surprised to see you here. I take it you know about Dorota already. All that stuff we talked about yesterday, that's strictly between you and me.
What stuff?
That's the spirit. Now, I think it's best if we don't get caught speaking to each other. Overcautious, I'm sure, but I think it's for the best nonetheless. Maybe we can get together for a lad's night out after this is all blown over. Yeah?
Okay.
Great. Well, I'll see you soon.
Dreams.
And nightmares.
With Poe and Monroe. So we've just had a dream come in from Lena. Well, if I'm honest, Lena...
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Bugs crawling out of them until the whole room is covered in bugs.
Zach! What are you doing here? Quick, don't let anyone see you.
Why don't you want anyone to see me? Everyone's talking about Dorota. Are you happy Dorota's dead?
I didn't say that. But we both know what Dorota was like. She practically threw herself at you.
She didn't throw herself at me. Why'd you think that?
The boudoir sessions. Some girls get the wrong idea. I saw how she was looking at you. She wanted it.
You were there. You saw the photos.
I've seen all your photos, Zach. All of them.
Why don't you want anyone to see me? Everyone's talking about Dorota. Why don't you want...
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
I wanted to make sure we were still okay.
What did you do? What did you say to Sam?
Everyone's talking about Dorota.
I know. But I suppose people like that attract trouble.
People like what? Is that why you killed her?
That's not funny, Zach. What if Sam heard?
So Gabby said that she's grocery shopping, and when she finally gets to the checkout, there's a huge queue. Realizes she's left her money at home. And then the cashier makes...
Zach, let me stop you there. You are one creepy fellow. Now, I don't know what you had going on with Dorota, but I don't want anything to do with it. Do not come back here. Please.
Yeah, so, again, there's someone stuck in a loop. I find that always interesting. So it's an unresolved issue. Most dreams that are recurring dreams.
Of course.
There's an unresolved issue here, but it's related to shopping, and I'm wondering what the shopping stands for. Sure, I mean, as you know, Monroe, you... So many dreams. That's what makes me, when she made her put everything back on the shelves. So it's almost someone doesn't...
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Identity. So Poe was very close to the that I get from this dream and from your explanation of this. Perhaps, Gabby, you might always be giving more. A relationship, perhaps, where you feel that others see you rather than actually having your own identity as yourself. Now, for me personally, I believe that every...
Sensing the thing with Bronwyn went badly.
Why did you put me up to it?
I need all hands on deck. You're a hand. At least I thought you were.
Nothing happened.
Never mind. At least you tried.
Is there anything else I can do?
No, you've done enough. I'll keep up my end of the bargain, make those speeding tickets go away, though technically you'd have more points than a hedgehog if I kept them. And if I do catch you speeding in August again, Oscar, instant ban. Capiche?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I do. Three circles all attached in the center.
Yes.
And it's tiny. And it's made of, I think,
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
I see, but it's small as well, and it has 3 circles attached. But I'm not sure. I mean, I suppose today you could wear it as a brooch, maybe, or a belt buckle. I'm not sure.
Yeah, why would people, in ancient times, why might people wear this?
Would they tie it around themselves, perhaps? Attach it?
Yeah, again, it's a theme that we've... It's a Bronze Age amulet with 3 circles. Brindley Hill, the site of a standing circle within Orc. Legend says that it wards off evil spirits while traversing the ley line network.
Chief? Again?
Did Dorota have any online friends?
She didn't really use any social networks. Didn't have the time. Mainly just cello.
Go to any clubs or groups? Do you have access to her email?
No, she didn't email much. She checked the messages on her phone. What is it you're looking for?
Anything that helps solve the murder.
Okay, that makes sense.
That is,
Hello. I know you. You're the police chief.
I understand that you knew Dorota Shaw. What type of photos do you take?
For the paper? Record shots that any idiot with a phone can take. My studio is where the magic happens. Mainly portraiture, but I dabble in other areas.
Boudoir photography?
Sometimes, if that's what the client wants. Are you asking for yourself, or...?
It's for the case.
Of course.
I understand that you knew Dorota Shaw.
We met briefly, yes. I freelanced for the August Chronicle, and they did a story about her.
Was that the first time you met her? The scholarship to Juilliard?
That's right. We exchanged a few pleasantries. I happened to mention my portrait services, so she booked a session with me.
When was this?
A few weeks ago.
The pasty roll of fat that bulged over the waist of her jeans secretly pleased her. It was her own little fat roll. Look how big she'd grown. Wasn't she looking well? You can't be trusted. You need her. She starved herself. She'd done it before. She could do it again.
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.